Hello, I got a good lineup this time. Great lineup of three videos. First up is Elishua. This is from a little while ago. It's the Symphony Benares that happened last version, and this run is actually really good. So when I first saw it, I saved it so that I could cover it the next time I did an episode of these. So it's S0 trio, so S0, Kiana, May, Bronya. It's 1 out of 4 her sure finality though. So Kiana only has her gun. The Stigs are Turg TV Thales M. So it's very interesting. So Kiana's damage actually takes a nosedive. She still actually does pretty good damage, but not to the potential that she would with full gear. But this will actually boost May's damage a lot because her regular setup doesn't have support capability. So you'll see that May plays a very important role in the fight. And then, let's see. We'll just quickly look at the gear. Oh, sorry, the stats. And then the divine keys are, whoops, went a bit too quick. So fire damage and then ice damage probably could have been turned on because the charge attacks won't do anything because none of the characters are charge attack characters. But I don't think it matters because Bronya probably doesn't do much damage anyway. And then lightning damage is off. So this will actually be very important later on. I'll talk a little bit more about it later. And let's jump into the run. So the beginning of the run is still similar to regular runs. You'll start off with Bronya ult, and then Kiana's combo, May's her 3 attacks, the weapon, the evasion, and then her combo attack. And then her ult, followed by Kiana doing combo and ult. And then Elf reset is used to bring May back, so May can use her weapon attack one more time. And then Bronya will bring her back with a time fracture. Then May will finish the job. So this rotation is not all that uncommon. Probably a lot of S0 teams have to do that sequence for phase 1. But it's phase 2 where things change radically. And this run is actually very clever in how it handles it. So I'll probably pause the video at certain points to elaborate further. So it starts off with Kiana doing her stuff, and then May doing the weapon active, expunge, and then ult, and then bringing Kiana back. And then this is the part where it starts getting very different, because you'll notice that Kiana is actually unable to clear the fire bar on her own now. We'll wait till after the hit. Oh yeah, so Elf Reset is also used to bring May back here as well. So the big change about this one is, yeah, Kiana's not able to clear the fire bar. It's not the worst thing because the fire bar is not grayed out. While May is attacking, it'll still regenerate a little bit, and the Kiana can come back and still deal full damage. Whereas when it's grayed out, you won't deal full damage until it fully regenerates. The downtime is longer. So it actually opens up some new strats when it's not depleted. And this run makes really good use of that. So you can see the fire bars recovered a little bit, just enough for Kiana to do a combo here, and still not depleted, which is actually very important. Also, this part is very important as well, I noticed. So after Kiana does her combo, sorry, her weapon active and combo, she also does a basic. I'm assuming the basic is needed to fully extend Turgenev. So the way Turgenev works is every amount of hits, number of hits that you do, I forgot how much, it increases the duration by 2 seconds. And you can actually do this indefinitely. As long as you keep doing more hits, you'll keep adding 2 seconds to the duration. But it caps at 12 seconds. So after Kiana switches out, May will get Turgenev for 12 seconds. So it's actually very masterful use of Turg here to make sure the uptime is maximized for May's damage. Yeah, and so Mei unloads all her damage, and she gets actually really, really close to depleting the lightning gauge. So you'll see at this point. So this is the reason why the lightning key was not used. So it was specifically to tune Mei's damage so that she doesn't deplete the lightning gauge here. It's really crazy. Yeah, so remember the fire bar was almost out earlier. So during the whole Mei sequence, it's recovered a tiny little bit here. So enough for Kiana to do full damage from her combo. And then similarly, Mei's bar was almost depleted, but now it's recovered a bit. So she has enough room to deal full damage as well. And then Kiana comes back and finishes the job with the ult. So it's really, really masterful balance of damage between the two characters so that the gauge never depletes. Because if it does deplete, the run wouldn't work anymore because you would have to wait way too long for it to fully recover. Yeah, and it's crazy that, yeah, you also had to fine tune the divine keys to make sure that the characters didn't do more damage than needed. So really, really good run. Score was what was it, 671, which is actually a lot faster than I expected for the sticks that Kian is using. So really, really impressive. Yeah, so that's Elishua. So I'm actually a pretty big fan. I was introduced to Elishua from one of my Armada mates. So I really like watching Elishua play. Yeah, they have a lot of Red Lotus cope runs, but all of them are pretty good and very interesting to watch. Next up, we've got 17. So this is the current cycle. It's the Bleed Vilvi, but this team has no Elemental Breacher. So it's just Luna and her Self Breach, and then it's got Starry Impression and Golden Diva. So it'll be very interesting to see. Definitely haven't seen this team run before because pretty much everyone has her Sure Truth. So we got Lightning Key, and then the other two keys are the right side keys. 2-star Durandal. I think it was 2-star Durandal. The stars don't really matter for her. I mean, I think it might matter because she does give a little bit of team total damage when. And it's full gear Luna, full gear Eden, but Griseo's using Overtime, Mei M, and Newton B. So Griseo's only 1 out of 4. So first tip I got is if you use the free camera, then Vilvi actually becomes targetable here. So Luna can actually hit her with her normal 4, and it'll actually latch, and she can gain her full biting mark, and then you can use her combo attack after. So it gives the whole team 15 SP. This team probably doesn't need it at all, so you can get away with not doing it. But some other teams, that 15 team SP is actually pretty useful. So it's definitely a good tip to keep in mind. So Griseo QTE, Griseo charge attack, and then probably Griseo ult. That was the Griseo strat for Susanna runs. So that breaks all 3 guns. And then eating QTE, and then Luna opting not to use the combo. So probably the damage and SP are not needed. So pretty good call. And yeah, she trucks phase 1 without any problems. Yeah, so if she can do that much damage in phase 1, she can probably 1-rot phase 2 as well. So probably in good shape. Yeah. So this team can probably freestyle the transition because everyone has so much SP. So just have to focus on not getting hit so that we get the attack buff. Okay, so we're opting to do a mini rotation first. And so Luna actually wouldn't have enough SP to ult. We would need a... So that's where the combo with the start might actually be helpful. Yeah. Yeah, with the free camera, getting the extra combo attack there. And then maybe even using the combo attack in phase 1. That would give her an extra 30, so that would actually help. Yeah, and then now we're doing the full rotation. Yeah. So we don't use in the name of protection here. So that's actually a lot of damage loss. So it might actually be able to 1 rotation this boss then, because how much damage did the first rotation do? If we go back. Yeah, so Vilvi starts at X7, so it did 1.5 bars. 1.5 bars. So sorry if we skip ahead to right before. So if In the Name of Protection can do 1.5 bars here, that covers for the mini rot. And then I'm assuming this alt makes Vilvi X1. So it actually might be possible to one rotation this as long as we fix Luna's SP issue. Yeah. But it might be close. I'm not actually 100% sure if it'll work. But you'll probably need to precast Luna's Self Breach. So you might have to use her Sanguine Feast to enter Frenzy during the transition so that when she comes in to do the one rotation, she gets the extra damage boost for her QTE and the combo attack from having the precasted Self Breach. Yeah. But I think if you have the precasted Self Breach and you had enough SP to ult, it might be able to do it in one rotation. Yeah. So I think that's where the improvement might be. This ult is still full damage ult, even though In the Name of Protection was skipped because we did it in the mini rot. So the ult is still buffed as a result. Yeah, so the run is actually not too wildly different, even without her Sure of Truth. I think it's actually a pretty cool run because it kind of combines the Susanna strats and it combines the Luna strats as well because it uses the Griseo strat to clear the guns, and then the rest of the run is basically Luna and Eden doing their regular thing. Yeah, so pretty awesome. Kind of want to see if the one rot is possible. I feel like it probably would work, but I'll give 17 the benefit of the doubt. Okay, and then last run is okay. So this one's actually no spoilers. It is a 9S for sure reason run, but I will not tell you what boss it is, and I'll let you find out for yourself. Oh, also, I can speak Chinese, but I cannot read, so I cannot tell you who this user is. But yeah, I will link the video in the video description so you can find it there. Okay. Yeah, Bilibili video is weird when you full screen. You can still see the Chrome bars at the top, so you got actually full screen Chrome as well. Okay. Yeah, so good thing about ice supports, Susheng and Kira are pretty self-sufficient. So it's just all down to how you play Herrscher of Reason. And yeah, if you haven't recognized it based on those mobs, this is Dominance Jizo. Dominance Jizo, yes. So actually one of my friends ran Herrscher of Reason on this boss, but they didn't save video. But that gave me the idea. So then I went to Billy to look for someone who actually did this run. And then surely enough, I found one. So I decided to cover it. Yeah, so the mobs are actually going to be the hardest part of this fight. Like surprisingly, Jizo's supposed to have high elemental resistance, but that's always been memed on. He's been killed with a ton of elemental teams lately because of the amount of elemental breach that teams have now. So Jizo's HP actually gets cut down pretty quickly. Though I would say, I mean, it's not fast, but it's not painfully slow either. Like every rotation does more than a full bar. It's actually pretty strong. So the mobs is where the challenge is. You can see how it's like, it's just not good. Yeah, so 2 rotations and still not done with Death Web. Yeah, so 3 rotations just for Death Web. It's almost as tanky as Jizo, but it's a mob, not a boss. Yeah, so we had one Bronya burst rotation, I think, and then one was a mini rot with her charge attacks, and then I think this one will also be charge attacks because no point in bursting with so little HP left. Yeah, so for Jizo, no matter what team you run, the beginning is he's just really just a punching bag. He's got a couple moves that he can roll, so a lot of people who are trying to top score has to bald for a specific move set. But for a run like this, where you you can probably just ignore the moveset rolling and then just focus on dealing damage. You don't really have to, uh, you know, go through the moveset RNG, which simplifies things a bit. So it goes for the 3-spin. So Bronya doesn't have any of her, I guess it's called Constructium or whatever it's called, but she doesn't have any of her meter left. But that's fine because she's just gonna go burst right away because this is a shield break rotation. So we want to get as much damage in as possible. Yeah. So Shang actually breaks the shield first. She doesn't use her Heart Piercer hits to break the shield because you want the shield broken before Kira uses her ult so that Kira can at least do some damage. Yeah, so all these hits that Sushang does right here that could be used for shield breaking get wasted because it's not used for shield break, but it's just better for the damage. Yeah, so you can see Jizo's HP going down pretty quickly. Like the shield break phase, the team can do 1 bar, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, so Sushang was waiting for Jizo to wake up and do the SP puddles again. I feel like Sushang does not lose SP because she's levitates, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so again, breaking the shield first. That way the ult can deal damage. And then also her Heart Piercer hit all the swords from the Heart Piercer are not used for the shield hit count. Because we want the shield down first before Kira uses her ult. And then yeah, another full bar of HP. So actually pretty strong. So Hersher Reason at SSS gets 15 SP back after her burst. So basically that refund makes her burst only cost 110 SP. That helps a lot. And then another thing Bronya can do is during burst mode she can refill her 4 bars on her bike before she leaves. So that when she does a mini rotation, she has rockets to unleash like right now. Yeah, so you don't have to farm the bar manually. Yeah, so next rotation we'll do it. Just has to get rid of the blue gem since that raises Jizo's defense. Or sorry, it gives Jizo damage reduction. That's kind of cool, sniping it with Kira. Yeah, so probably just burst and then they'll end it. Yeah, so the run is not fast by any means. It's like 370 score, quite slow, but it's actually pretty smooth how the characters rotate because Sushang and Kira are self-sufficient. Bronya does run out of SP, but she's got like her kit is really good for her to keep momentum going because during her burst she can refill her 4 bars. So then the next entry when she's doing her mini rot, she's got 4 rockets to use. And then she might have to manually farm some more meter with her basics after she unloads all 4 rockets because she's still got, DPS uptime before the support buffs drop off. But in any case, it's still a lot better than some of the other characters that are around her age. I can think of a couple off the top of my head that if they have no SP, they are really, really, the gameplay suffers a lot. Like Bright Knight is a good example because all the damage that she does when she's not ulting is really, really bad. And she's literally just farming for SP with her basics. Like there's nothing of value happening. Whereas here, Bronya's getting SP. She's still doing good damage with the charge attacks. And she's not just, doing meaningless damage with normal attacks of all things and just had like totally painful experience. So she's actually been she's been reworked a couple of times because she got her first upgrade when she got her old pre-arm, which was domain of, I don't remember the weapon anymore because it's so old. But yeah, that gave her a big improvement a long time ago and kind of revived her a bit. And then she got the second revival from the new Divine Key. So she actually plays very fluidly and I like her a lot. And yeah, that's it for today's runs. I'll see you next time.